And it's 25 euros?
Okay.
Yeah.
What time does he meet?
10 in the morning,
I see.
and then the 4 hours, so until 2
Yes.
p.m.
Wow, that sounds really
You
cool.
go on the forest,
Yeah.
but forest deep inside.
Okay.
So you go up also, you have a nice view.
There's
And
a
from Finland to Siberia forest, it's a huge forest, you can see. We drink coffee
All right.
with water from
Make-
ground, but it's good water for no problem, I don't.
Yeah, like fresh spring water or
Yes,
something. Yeah.
yes, I'm not sick.
Yeah. You
put
stop
water
and
like
stop
that.
and make a fire.
Yes, it's really nice because it's not expensive. I
Yeah.
told him it's really cheap for what we did, and he give you a lot of experience history. He told you about Finland. He was born here in Rovaniemi.
Yeah. Because I was also thinking of going to the Santa Claus. Is that what it's called? Santa Claus Village?
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, but it's got to be cool.
You go to Santa Claus village already, or
I didn't yet. No.
no?
I did this morning.
Oh, okay.
There's a Santa Claus, and then you take a picture with him. He talk to you. And
I see.
Yeah, that's it.
A
If
little
you
more of
buy-
a kids' activity, maybe. Or
You ride on the husky and
you ride on a husky.
Ah, you're right. How many
You're right.
time? Like 10 minutes?
Oh, because actually in Santa Claus Village, that is the short one. If you go to a company operator, they are the longer one. But this one is just for experience. It's a cheaper.
I think the hiking sounds better, actually.
Because the reindeer, I forgot how
I
long you
saw
can ride
40
it for,
euro.
but it's like 13.
10 minutes. You
13
ski park
euro.
is this?
I see. Just for a short, probably a short ride. Yeah.
You did
Are you
it?
staying only one
Okay.
more night tomorrow night, or
Tomorrow,
like
I'm
to do
checking out
this.
at day 7.
on the 7th?
I think
Same
this
here.
kind you have to
Unless I stay longer. Maybe I'll stay again. My plans are open, so.
Did you survive today, or?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
came
you
up
can give
from
you the pictures.
Oulu.
You use your phone to take.
Okay.
Just a 2-hour train ride, but then I was in Turku day before that for a few days.
How was Turku?
It wasn't that interesting. It's all kind of new looking buildings. Not so much character, but there's some cool things to do around it.
Oh,
There's an island that you can go to.
Yes.
There's tons of islands, so you could take a boat to one of the islands, or I was there with a friend. We just took the bus. It's just like a short bus ride to an island, and then you can hike around. There's a sauna for only 5 euros. It's more like a local, public sauna.
Did you try the sauna?
We didn't do the sauna there, but the day before we went to a spa. It was in a 5-star hotel, so it was 25 euros for that, but it was still a pretty good deal for awesome
25
experience.
is not too bad, yeah.
Yeah, for, saunas and pools and hot tubs and like the whole indoor thing. It sounds like your plans are kind of open. You're just going a day at a time.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, that's why I'm still thinking,
Oh, yes,
because
it's more-
I
this is
can
in the
leave
forest,
until,
I
like, go
think,
back home
okay.
until day
Actually,
12,
the park
so
they
I
make
still
it
have a couple of
with all the trees with
At least
snow.
a
Actually
week.
looks like the
You leave on the 12th?
You just
12,
turn.
yeah.
From what? You have a flight booked from somewhere?
Not yet.
I see. But that's the day you need to leave, huh?
Yeah. That's
Like to go back home, or
Go back home.
where are you from?
Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was there in March, I think it was.
March. Oh, yeah. So you went
Before
there
the protest,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Everything was calm when I was there, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
just miss it.
Yeah.
By a month.
Yeah.
It's the sled.
Where
Yeah.
are you from?
Yeah.
I'm from Northern California.
Because that time
California and Oregon, so West Coast
now
US.
there's
I
no.
see.
But I travel. I've been traveling 4 months so far on this trip, so.
Wow. Where have you been?
I started in Mallorca and Menorca, Spain, islands in the Mediterranean, and then went to Andorra, Toulouse, France, caught a flight to Malta, and then Italy, just like 5 days in Italy, and then back to France, and then Monaco, tiny country, Moldova, and then Uzbekistan.
Pakistan.
Uzbekistan.
Oh, where is it?
Uzbekistan is one of the ex-Soviet countries in Central Asia.
Yeah.
So it's like Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan are all kind of near each other, yeah.
Yeah.
And then flew back to Greece, and then Turkey, and then Georgia, the country of Georgia, Armenia, Ukraine, Lviv, Ukraine, just for 5 days, and then Finland.
That's nice.
So yeah, it's been a good trip.
That's nice. I only have 2 weeks off.
I see.
I thought mine from Dublin. And then,
Dublin, okay.
And then
I just noticed
straight to
luckily
here.
the other one I
Now I'm
didn't
still thinking,
buy
should I
the
go
photo and
to
then
either
I
Russia,
went
after
and
here,
buy
either
another
Russia,
place.
or
Russia? Okay, like St. Petersburg. You don't have a visa.
I I don't. I have to apply for it.
Apparently, you can go to
Did you
St.
mind,
Petersburg
Yeah.
without
do you have a certificate,
visa for maybe 72 hours.
Arctic
72
Circle,
hours.
Now, what I'd read is that you have to take the ferry from Helsinki,
okay.
either from Helsinki or from Tallinn, Estonia,
Yeah.
because it's only an offer that's for cruise ships, but then they also allow it for the ferry. So if you take the ferry there, and it has to be the right ferry company,
Okay.
then you can stay 72 hours. And I think maybe you can leave however you want. It doesn't have to be by the ferry again. So you could have a flight out of St. Petersburg, but it's only for St. Petersburg. So you have to stay in St.
Yeah,
Petersburg.
you
So-
cannot just go there from Moscow and
No.
any other city. So I'm still thinking, should I go to a central Europe, like Vienna, that area?
Have you been to Prague yet?
No.
You gotta go
Where
to.
to go?
I think Prague is nicer than Vienna. I think it's even nicer than Amsterdam, but Amsterdam is really good. Vienna is good, but I wouldn't say it's not one of my top favorite cities. I would say if you want to do something pretty fun and like not even have to take a flight, you go from Finland, take the ferry across to Estonia,
Okay.
go to Estonia and Latvia and Lithuania, and then get to either go to Poland, Warsaw, and especially Krakow is supposed to be an amazing city. I haven't actually been there yet, but I've been to Prague, and so that's one thing to consider, because then you can see quite a few different places in a short period of time, and they're all really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There's a
You buy this?
ferry-
You book?
There's ferries from Helsinki to Tallinn, I think,
You didn't take
in Estonia, like all the time, like many. Many
I need
ferries.
to look it up.
And
Yeah.
after
That
you
sounds
can
interesting.
send
Yeah.
Because it's,
And then you can just kind of, you don't have to book, you don't have to plan anything, you don't need a visa,
Yeah.
you know,
Just go
for
and
anything,
so long.
you don't need reservations, you can just go. The 12th is when you have a week, you only have a week left.
One more week.
Yeah.
The one at
Yeah, I know,
Christmas
2 weeks
house,
vacation
they
is
got
not
no
enough,
choice.
especially when you
Because of,
come to Europe and there's so much to see.
Yeah.
You've been to Europe before, or?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
10-0 to visit.
This is a couple years ago.
No, it's
Okay.
free.
Yeah, I spent
See the
like
center is free. But the photo and
hold on.
video you need to pay.
Three
Video, I
months
think
to
it's
travel in Europe?
expensive, no?
3 months in Europe?
3 months, yeah, like a couple
But
years
the
ago.
video
I see.
Yeah.
only at
Yeah.
And after
the
that,
other
I go
place.
to America,
the Christmas house,
and
they
then
only
going
have
back to
photo
Hong Kong,
package.
get a real job, and then
Photo
now
and certificate
I have a short
and,
vacation.
souvenirs package.
Yeah,
Don't have
because you have a good job that,
Not really a good one.
Oh, okay.
but,
Maybe
A regular job.
I don't know if I go to
have you
Santa
lived in the UK
Barbara
before, since you have the British passport, or?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Ranua.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, it was British colony,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
I didn't
that's
realize that you got a, like, does everyone get a British
No,
passport?
you
I
have to
didn't
born
pay
before
money yet.
1997.
I
Because
see,
it's-
before the change. But
Before
if
the
but if you were
change.
born before the change, then you get the passport. Pretty
And
much.
on top of that, your
Activity,
parents
they
need to
pick
apply
up
it
you
for you
here.
because
I see.
1997.
I found a bus
Yeah, if you never
you can
traveled
take.
before, you don't have a
It's,
passport, so they
32
you would not
euro
have the
to
British
go there.
passport.
Yeah.
But
Only,
yeah, if
and
you
15
applied
euro
ahead,
to
then
the
you will have it.
entrance.
You can still
So
keep it
it
until now.
cost,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
51
Well, that's lucky.
only.
That's cool that you got that.
Yeah,
it's the better way
thanks
if
God.
you-
Yeah.
That's
The
my
cheaper
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
But
people
you don't have
born
guide.
like at the same age I
Actually, don't
am,
need
but
that.
they
Actually,
never have
it's
it,
very small.
Yeah.
and then they're like kind
You were
of
just lucky
bitter
your
right now.
parents did
It's really
it.
cheap
Yeah.
if you.
You said
take
from
a road
Hong Kong
and the
you
bus,
just flew to
it can
Dublin
take
then?
you,
Dublin, yeah.
I see.
to bus
Okay.
station.
Yeah, I was there a couple of years
From
ago.
here, you take a bus.
Yeah.
Did you like
To
It's
there?
very near the
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
You just need some.
I like
really
Ireland.
fun?
Yeah,
Everyone
just work
looks
with
so it's
very
better
tough,
than
and
you
like they have to
hiring the
look right. If you talk to
buses or
them,
something like that.
they're
It's
really
more
funny.
Yes, it's
funny
really near and
and
it's
Funny.
31
Yeah.
euro. The,
Yeah,
Right there.
Irish
go
are
and
cool
to
people for
return.
sure. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
enterprise.
Yeah, I've been there
really
twice.
cheap.
Twice, I guess.
Because it's
You said Toulouse on Andorra before.
Yes, exactly. I was in Toulouse. Yeah, just for I think it was only one night. I booked a flight. I found a cheap flight from Toulouse to Malta, and so from Andorra I just went.
Okay, so
When-
where do you from?
You mean where I'm from?
Yes.
I'm from the United States.
Oh, okay. And
From
you
North-
came in France after to go here to come here.
Well, I started my trip in Spain on the Spanish islands of Mallorca and Menorca in July, so 4 months ago, and then from there I went to Andorra and then France and then Malta and
So you took a car to go to
no,
Spain?
just buses.
Just bus.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Barcelona to Andorra, it's like a 4-hour bus ride. It's not far.
Yes,
It's easy.
not far. Yes, I'm from I was born in Toulouse. I'm from Toulouse.
Oh, funny.
And now I live in Bordeaux. You know.
Yeah.
Bordeaux.
Yeah.
And I know Toulouse. Yes.
I see.
It's weird that
It was a cool city. I liked it. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about it, and so I was just curious to see it. But it was a nice city. It had
You
character.
didn't visit the central.
I went into the city center because
City center.
I'm trying to think. Maybe I stayed there 2 nights. I forget. But I walked into the city center and went to the river and the bridges over the river and
La Garonne.
yeah. I found the I think like the main square and I walked around quite a bit.
Maybe you saw the Capitol. It's a big place on the city center.
Like the Capitol building or something?
Yes, Capitol.
It's possible I did and didn't know what I was looking at because I didn't really do any research before or I was just there just to walk around
Can we
and
show
see,
you
check
maybe?
things out.